What's good, Chaotic Nation? It's your boy Chaos here. Welcome back to the 3-team playthrough. We are about to fight Hansel and Gretel, not just Hansel. I think we prepped for the lead for him last time, so we should be okay. But we gotta beat him. We gotta beat. He's the last Elite Four member, and then we have 2 more fights, and we are done. I feel like my audio is down. He's going to be a tough cookie. He is not easy by any means. It is a Wyvern lead, okay. It is a Wyvern lead. We should be fine, though. I mean, there is... Are there answers to Hatterene on this team? Wyvern... Is there steel? There is. Is there an Archaludon? Not an Archaludon. I'm a Duraludon on this team. I don't think Duraludon's still posed. It's like, do I set up Calm Mind right now? I thought I determined somewhere that I was gonna need. I'm gonna need to switch. I don't remember what that switch was. Dragalge. Okay, so setting up's kind of useless, considering that Dragalge can just show up at any minute. All right, stop panicking, stop freaking out, game. I know I'm not clicked in. Oh yeah, Super Fang is just a dick move, huh? We should get most of that back. That wouldn't have even mattered if... I'm gonna do it again. Okay. Just to prevent Super Fang damage. That's fine. Alright, so this should be into Dragalge, which we are going to stay in because we are setting set mode. I don't remember what we said was coming in to take this. Is anything coming in to take this? We have a Volt Switch option. A Belly Bolt. Honestly, might be a pretty good answer. Because once this goes, we really want to get back into Hat. So let's do the switch. Do the switch. For the Sludge Bomb. I did a lot and he get a poison. That's bad. I think I'm just dead to a Sludge Bomb now. I am just dead to a Sludge Bomb now. We can pivot. Let's try the pivot. I'm slower. That's crazy. We are gonna live on 6, which is huge. The slow pivot even better. It's a big live, and we go right to Snitch. And we extra sensory. 1 for flinch, 2 for just straight up damage. You're just clicking Sludge Bomb over and over again. Cool. Alright, so the question I have with Haxorus, because I know that's coming, is it a D-Dance Haxorus? No, it's a 4-attack Haxorus. It's 4-attack Haxorus. So this should be a dark move. And what is he gonna click into Meow if I hard Meow right now? If I go to Meow, he should go Dragon Claw. He does have Iron Head though. I mean, this should be Crunch or Rock. This should be Rock Tomb. She's got coverage for everything. I think we do just go Crook and call it. We'll see what happens. The game feels stupid quiet to me. For some reason. Crunch. It is Crunch. Okay. We eat that. This should be Dragon, so we play rough. I do not have U-turn anymore. I got rid of it. And that is a clean one-shot. Let's go. I do kind of wish I still had U-turn on this set, just to be able to pivot here. But otherwise, we'll just keep clicking play rough. I mean, Meow is going to be the answer. At the end of the day. Okay. So this should be free. This should be absolutely free. From here on, it is going to be Terra Dragon, so you're going to get rid of your ice typing. But I'm not going to do that. Excuse me. That is not enough damage, but we shouldn't die. So we are gonna KO. Yeah, the cat is just OP, dude. Cat is just stupid OP. Which is really nice. All right. So now it's what's her face? Geeta. And she's the Espathra. So I'm like, what's the, I guess the answer is technically supposed to be Rabska for that. All right, we did it. We beat all of them pretty handily. I like to imagine they're all just like waiting on the roof. But it's kind of crazy. Oh, they do heal me. That's freaking amazing. Yeah. All right, no problem. Shut up, Hansel. Let me do this. It'd be cool to have like an Elite Four member be teaching at your school, though. All right, so it is S-Path lead. We should start with Snitch. I think beyond that, I don't really have anything to do. I don't have any items I want to change necessarily. I mean, maybe the Heat Rock off Dudley, but I'm going to leave it for now. Maybe there's just an elevator on this side of the building. That's what it is. It's just, that room was giant. Is now we're suddenly on the roof. I like to also imagine that there is 2 floors here. But this is like the dumbest champion room ever because there is nowhere to watch. Alright, you see I have a trait that some might say is inappropriate for league chairman. I don't know capable of holding back when it comes to Pokemon battles. Yeah, right. Says the person who can't even put their King Gambit last and put their Glamora first. I get Glamora as your ace, but people use their ace first all the time. Yeah, it's honestly, we're gonna win with the power of shiny Pokemon. And then we have to fight Dum Face again. Alright, how much does D-Boom do? Not much. To be fair, this is really your only matchup in this fight. I mean, there's nothing else I want you to do. Also, the Glamora Terra's, I forget, ground, I believe. The Glamora Terra's rock. Sorry. And this is going to be... The problem is this is going to be a dark move. I don't really want to come in on that with Tonks. Is there anything for Trevor to fight in this fight? Veluza, I guess. Yeah, that's... Okay. Veluza, I guess, would be an answer. I am going to go Trevor, though. I'm just going to try to get some pivoting done. I'm trying to take as little as I can. I got a static, that's crazy. And Rocky Helmet's gonna be huge. Alright, so I can Volt Switch now. We're just doing pivoting right now. We'll see if static takes effect. If not, Torkoal is free because of that static. Torkoal should be free because of that static, yeah. And then Flamethrower KOs. I will... Oh, it does not KO. Para? That's rude. That is rude, you live on one. Yeah, you're gonna full restore because you're punk. Aren't you? That was so stupid that it should have killed. Oh, you didn't go for it. Okay. It's a pretty bad King Gambit set, also, to be fair. What do you want to learn? Drain Punch? Final Gambit. Goats. We're stuck. Again, this is where I wanted to bring out Dudley, but I can't. We can go Snitch, though. I mean, it should have lived. It really should have lived. Honestly. Oh, the Bulk Up. It's fine. Bulk Up's cute. Bulk Up is cute. We can Bug Buzz. We should KO. You're getting greedy. I love playing against greedy trainers because they just try to set up so much, and then we just destroy them. Sorry, I don't like how the background looks, so I'm fixing the colors on the displays. My bad. I just wanted a little bit of like a different form. We actually might be in trouble now because you're +2. Nah, we're fine. I could heal. The Torkoal. The question is Avalugg... I never remember if Avalugg's physical or special because I know it's different based on which one it is. I believe the regular Avalugg is specially defensive and the physical one is... I have it backwards. Okay. So you are specially defensive. So I'm gonna Revival Blessing. And we'll heal Dudley, because Dudley needs to come deal with this. Revival Blessing is such a good move. It just needs to be, like, just a little bit better. Okay. That's a Flamethrower. That should easily be a K. I'm slower? Really? I'm glad that did nothing. How in the heck did that not kill? I don't know, man. I really don't know. The Gambit's gone. This is Glimmora, Avalugg. I don't even know. Glimmora, Avalugg. Whatever your fire type is, I guess. No, you don't have a fire type. You're Veluza. Which is really why I want Drain Punch right here, but beggars can't be choosers. That doesn't kill because you are stupid fat. Okay, Drain Punch would be huge on this thing. So do I take the Gambit? I mean, I have Meow in the back. So I can take the Gambit on being able to KO Veluza and not die. I'm faster anyway. Yeah, fighting types just kind of win this. Especially with dark coverage. Also, this was really cool for me the first time I saw it because I never knew what Glimmora was. I did have a... On my original team, I did have a Brute Bonnet at this point in time because I traded for it. And I'm like, huh, what's this? I'm going to hold on to this. I'm going to use this. And I think it came to this fight and it died. Really early on. I think it's a Mega Horn, maybe. Deagling, you are faster than me? I didn't think Glimmora was that fast. Either way, this is easy KO for Crookshanks. I don't care about your Terra typing, dude. Goodbye. I don't care about anything you're doing. Goodbye. Yeah, Toxic, that should be your first Pokemon. I know they fix it later, but it really should just be your first Pokemon. Alright, GG's. And we have a fight versus Nemona to wrap up with. It's crazy to have done this all without doing any of the other stories. I mean, I know you can, but it's just so weird. Yeah, you did, mister. And he's just sobbing because he's a little crybaby. I need to pull up the volume thing. Because I need to mute the audio, I think. Chas. Man, I just look at you. You did it. You became the champion, right? Hi, I knew it all along. I'm from La Premiere. Oh, come on, Chas. I'm champion. You're champion. Which means we're equals. This is amazing. We got one thing to say. Let's be rivals for life. Okay. Alright, let's go. What is it? Champion assessment just ended. I believe the orders rest. Perhaps their champion must be understanding towards their opponents. Not really. It's a good point. Where should we battle? Mesagoza. Although it feels like, to me, I felt like that was the worst, like, answer to that question. Because isn't like Celestial gonna happen right now? Or is it later? I don't remember. Oh, I think that's at the very end once you beat the other stuff. Okay. Well, we're gonna take on the Mona, and we know how to lead against her, so That's fun. But other than that, our team should be fairly good to take this on. I know we're a little low leveled, but it's to be expected when everything's so high leveled. You know, I'm not gonna do this. Excuse me, I was in a menu. I was in a freaking menu, dude. Crazy, man. All right, let's do this. We should save because this is going to be a fight that we're going to have a trouble. We're going to have a lot of trouble with because we're like 10 levels under. All right, any second now. Ah, there you are, Cheers. Ready for a battle between champions? So all these folks seem to be ready to watch. Word got around, I guess. Out of every single person gathered here, I'm still most excited by a mile. I'm the most excited by a mile. I'm the most excited by a mile. That's what she's saying. Jeez. Stage is set. It's my all-out power versus your full strength and fruition. Your strength and full fruition. Jeez. See who comes out on top. It's gonna be you. Just kidding. It's gonna be me. I'm better. I wish her team changed up a little bit more. I made a video about her team, but I do wish it changed up a little more in this fight. A lot of they just like beg you to have a fighting type for this playthrough. Ground type's also good, but still, you're gonna rocks me, bro. What a dick move. I can't even KO. That's ridiculous. I'm so underleveled. And you crit me for good measure. What the heck? This is not going well. I might take advantage of switching here just because I'm going to be punished for it anyway. I lied. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try a bulk up to see if I can. No, I can't live a hit. So you're no longer a electric type. What's up, Nico? Which means I go to hat. I actually needed Tonks, which is bad. I'm probably gonna have to revival blessing that back to use. Let's psychic. We want damage. CC. I should live. Yeah, I should eat that, no problem. I should have set up. Okay. Earthworm. I'm gonna try to not switch. I'll probably have to. What's going on? Happy almost Friday. The steel move. You do have Earth Eater, so we're gonna have to just pivot a bit. I think. And I don't think you have a flying type. I can't remember one. You have a fairy type that I'm gonna have to deal with in the back though, but that's fine. There's Iron Tail, it lands. You take Rocky Helmet damage. I'm gonna hope that I'm slower and go for a Volt Switch. I am slower. I'm not living that though. I am living that. That's crazy. So I do have a pivot, a sack if I need one. But you have Earthquake and you show that you're faster than me. Which makes me not want to bring in my dude at all. I mean, this is your matchup, though. And I'm not going to be able to use you. I'm not going to be able to use you. I mean, I don't need you for anything else, honestly, so let's just do it. I mean, she has 2 fighting types, which is funny to me. Yeah, the stones are gonna pretty much solidify that I'm dead. No, I live. Torquil's fat. Let's go. Actually, Earthworm's just weak. I'm here. I'm doing okay exclusively. Guja, we are not doing the switch thing. I'm gonna probably think we sack here. I could Sunny Day. I could attack. I could do something. I'm slower though. And again, I think it's using our... We have pivots. And I want to be able to get in for free, so let's just... I know the pivot probably doesn't matter. I should have just clicked the button, but... We have another pivot later. That's the one thing about rocks and pivots is it's really good to use them to... The sponge, the stuff that you have to deal with. Alright. I guess it's hopefully you don't have a steal move. Because if you do, we are royally boned. You have a steal move. You have a sludge bomb, not even a steal move. I'm gonna do this. That should help mitigate the level drop differences. And he gets freaking poisoned. I should be alive on 1 HP. Freaking dirty cheater. It's so over leveled, it's ridiculous. And like, they expect you to just come here and fight her right away. That's the crazy part. Dude, you get double poison. That's 2 of 3 on a 10% accurate, on a 10%. Yeah, stop that. It's not fair. This game, I feel like it's just me playing Pokemon. I get hacks. Like, I'm Murphy's Law, the playthrough. He's 3 for 4 on a 10%. Right, you cannot kill me. I can heal. Dude, the level disparity is just crazy. The difference is so crazy. All right, you can't kill me again. So we just heal. We win the stall now. Not in good ways, but we win the stall. Because we're going to be on like 20 HP. So out of the 4 sludge bombs he did, that could have poisoned 3 of them did, which is ridiculous. Alright, so I'm like, what, 12? 21? This is my fighting type that I believe is dead right now. Yeah, it's fainted. You have to go down. Sorry, it's just how it is. You were set up enough, but managed you not get anywhere. I kind of want to bulk up here. Is it worth the bulk up though? I mean, you could coil. You could coil. You can Dragon Rush. It's kind of where we're at. I'm gonna bulk up. I want to test speed tiers too. I don't think I one-shot you anyway. It is Dragon Rush. Alright, I should live 1. Let's Brick Break. I don't. That's... Dude, the level difference is so bad. I can't kill anything right now. Okay. Well, you're staying in on Quack. The problem is Aqua Step. The problem is Aqua Step. Big time. I don't think I'm not after. It cannot be CC, it's gonna be Aqua Step. Yep. Which is bad because that's a speed boost, and now I don't outspeed you with anything I have. Not that I would have anyway, but that's why I don't like Black Ball. One Aqua Step and it's suddenly stupid. Alright, I'm gonna Terra. I don't think it matters, but I'm gonna Terra. And we Flower Trick. Yeah, I'm slower. There's Brick Break. On the Dark type move, it did matter. The Terra did matter. Because I would have been straight up dead there. I would have been dead. I would have been really dead right there. If I didn't. That's crazy. We did it! The Celestials now. Oh, you're gonna cry because I beat you. You did it! This is incredible. You're the strongest out there, Chaos. Chance. Can read. You actually not me flat. I was giving you absolutely everything I had. Yeah, you were cheating being 10 levels over leveled. That's crazy. I'm battling, am I right? So much better when you more fun than I even knew. It's an incredible match. You beat me for real this time. Oh, I kind of cheated, but also you were stupid overleveled, so that's fair for me to do that, okay? Let's give yourself a minute and have a quick break, and then we're gonna battle again. Like, that's stupid for you to want to battle again. You're just gonna lose again. It's like, I obviously won. Why would you want to fight again? To be fair, it was closer than it probably should have been, but still. Victory Road complete. All right. Well, that is it for the Victory Road run, which means it's time for us to switch it up. Oh, I have them already programmed in. I just have to switch the layout. Boom, boom. Do. All right, the team goes bye-bye. I probably shouldn't delete them. I should probably just hide them. All right. What's going on? I am switching to our other playthrough. I don't remember what we chose for the... What is the Titan Path? Who is the Titan Path champion? It is... it is Quaxley is our Titan. And our theme is JoJo. It is not JoJo, it is anime. So Quaxley is now our team. Our teamy captain. So that will be our start to this run. So we need to take items off. I hate that the bag's the third button. Yep. And now all of them go to the box besides you. And that is our team. So now we can work on... What is our first encounter with this team? I honestly don't know. So it's Quaxley, Sylveon, and Pincurchin. Yep. Yep. So we can go hunting. We should probably start with hunting Eevee, to be fair. That's really what we should do. So let's do that. Go ahead and hunt Eevee. And then we'll go from there with the rest of it. So, yeah. If you don't know, we are switching our playthrough since we have now beaten the first one. I don't need a new background color. What colors do we put up here for this? I like an orange color, I guess. I'm gonna make sure it's orange and not yellow or red. Yeah, that works. We'll do the color. Then my camera is just slightly wrong. No way, that's the problem. Yep, so we are doing Titans now. Because I want the ability to traverse better, so that is the plan. And so we restart with no team members. At all. Besides our Quaxley, and we get to hunt them again. And so the difference here is We only get 3 team members for these battles specifically, so that is that. Alright, I need to find normal encounter sandwich. What's the best option? Well, my pickles, herb. I don't have herbs. Level 2 encounter. So I can do tomato, mayonnaise, jalapeno. Let's see what ingredients I have. I have tomato, mayonnaise, jalapeno. Do I have jalapeno? I do not have jalapeno. We probably should be able to get all the ingredients we want, though, since we have completed the game. Sorry, I'm not looking at the screen as much right now. I'm trying to make sure I get the sandwich. Alright, jalapeno is probably the only thing here, or curry powder. No. I need tomato. I need jalapeno. Rice and curry powder. And then we are good. Do you have curry powder? It doesn't seem like it. It might be down further. It's not. Alright, I think that means there's a place in Levincia that has it. Which is fine. I guess this background really should be blue. I forget what the other one looks like. What's the star one look like? Oh. Yeah, we should use the orange color for the other one, so we'll do... Oh, I'll change it to blue. Nope. I backed out of the whole app and not just... thing. Okay, your switch. Cool. Alright, there is a shop somewhere or yonder. I don't think it's this stuff. It's right here, this place. I think. No, that's not it. There it is. El Grocery Store. Do you have my curry powder? You do. I mean, curry powder is expensive. Jeez. Alright. So we're going to look for Eevee. I need to find an Eevee and catch one, which is going to be a pain in the butt anyway. I know we did this for the best team playthrough, and it took me just like 20 minutes to find just an Eevee. Not even like a shiny one, just an Eevee. So let's see if we get lucky this time. Or not. This is like using a normal encounter sandwich doesn't really help us as much as I'd like it to here. And I chose Sylveon? I am going Sylveon. Alright, because I was going to use Glaceon, but then I got a shiny Glaceon, I think. Somehow. Because I wanted Freeze Dry. But I changed my mind somewhere along the way. Well, not sure where, but I know I did. Yeah, I'd be interested to go back and watch the best team video. I think we determined that Quaquaval is the best overall, but because it deals with all of the areas well. But Meow is really good, specifically in the gym fight, because it beats 6 out of the 8 typings. Which is why I chose it for the gym, specifically. And Quaxly's does similar. I think it's better for the Titans. And that it's really your answer to Cloth. And you could give it coverage to deal with Bombardier. But we also will have a Fairy and Electric type that are literally meant to counter that, so... We'll start with Eevee, and then we have Pincurchin. Which I guess we'll get before we go fight Cloth. So I don't know why I'm hoarding ingredients. Let's just make it the pick that can go from there. There is no table. Why is there no table? Why is there no table, guys? I don't know why there's no table. It feels like there should be a table. It's kind of weird. It is very weird to me that there was not a table. I keep finding this issue. Use your map to find your next destination. There's the table. All right, I need to look at the recipe. It is tomato, mayonnaise, jalapeno, rice, and we go mayo and curry powder. I would never put rice on a sandwich, but it's kind of funny that it's like, it looks like cottage cheese to me. It just really has the cottage cheese feel. And I wouldn't put cottage cheese on a sandwich either, but you know. Muy caliente. Ultra curry and rice style sandwich. Encounter normal level 2, sweet. All right, let's find an Eevee. Let's quickly find an Eevee. Let's hope we can find an Eevee. You are normal type. I forgot that. You're normal type. Fletchling's also normal type, which, yeah, there's so many normal types here. But, like, you guys are not normal types. But it's not a level 3 sandwich, so I guess we're not guaranteed to get it. Do we have any like music preferences for the night? Is also there a better place to spawn Eevee? Let me let's find that before we do this. Eevee's northwest of Cortando. Yeah, west of the near cities and towns. Okay. This is northwest of Cortando. And we want it here because we want it low enough leveled that we can use it. Northwest is like, yeah, this side. I'm pretty sure I looked at that before. They were saying near the city. We're not getting spawns, which is crazy. There's one, found it. So much easier this time around. Yeah, we're catching the one of everything we find. I guess I don't need to catch it because that'll put its information in my dex. Because it should say Eevee now. Yeah. So now I can reset the outbreak. We can, time's off, but we should change to a different soundtrack. All right. What do we want to listen to? That's a good question. I don't know. Preferably something without ads. Do I have anything that I like? What about Mario Galaxy? There's ads. I just know because like I used one for an edit recently. So I know that it's a good track to get. Dude, there's so many ads. Why are they always 15 seconds and always unskippable? It's frustrating. I just want to listen to music and it's like, no. It's like, you should get YouTube Premium. It was so good before like December came about, and then December came and they screwed over the ability to just watch YouTube videos. Which is just funny to me. Well, now it's not going to work, so let's just reset it. Because it used to be like I would never get ads, and then all of a sudden just hit ads like crazy. No. So every time I listen to something, it's like, yeah, here's ads. I'm like, I just want to hear the thing. That is all I want. The good part is we will be able to use Herba Mystica after this hunt. So after we beat Arven, and his stupid thing, we can finally use the Herba Mystica correctly to hunt things, which would be helpful. Let's just let it reset. We're back to shiny hunting, which is fun. And everyone's favorite part of this series, right? We love when Chaos shiny hunts, because he hates it. I'd be honestly interested if anything we go for is a part of the Showdown League, because I don't plan on participating in what they're doing now, which is kind of like a shiny hunting league that happens all the time, because I don't want to shiny hunt all the time. I guess it's good for people who shiny hunt a lot. But that's not what I do, so I don't want to do it. Like if I streamed every week and I had to be like, all right, one day a week we're doing the shiny, we're doing this thing, I'd be okay with it, but I don't have the time to do that. I guess I could, and we wouldn't have 2 days to do our little project. But I mean, realistically, I only stream 3 days a week, so it's kind of hard when one of your days goes automatically to a challenge that I'm doing. Right now, one of my days is going to Cage Lock, so I'm kind of out of days. But I'd like to be able to stream more days. It's hard with the schedule. And honestly, the schedule could be changing too. Hey, we got the EV outbreak. Let's go. The schedule could be changing too, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat that, but it could. I want to reset. Oh, this one's actually really easy because I can just hop into Cortana and hop back out, and we're in the outbreak. If we can find EVs. Doesn't really seem like there's an outbreak of EV. I guess it's over here. But I guess it's this. But you're saying you're like, it's in the grassland. I don't think that's working. Because it should be like here. Here should be the outbreak. But I'm getting Jigglypuff, Jigglypuff, Jigglypuff. I got a couple EVs over there. But nothing spawns like right here. I think I'm gonna keep going. I think I'm gonna keep resetting. Because I don't like this outbreak. Just because it's I feel like it's a bad spot. That's me. And now we gotta find Eevee again. There's so many normal types, man. I guess it's a little easier when you're in one location. You don't have to move around the map to try to locate anything. So I feel like there's some Pokemon that are just super easy to find outbreaks of, and there's others that are incredibly difficult. I kind of miss shiny hunting in this game a little bit. I would love to do it more now with the Switch 2. Just to see how many we could get. I'd love to go back to do like multi-mayhem on this because there's so many more we can get. Also, I am not pressing the OK button at the end, and that is why it's not working. So I found a lot of shinies doing it that way, but my other thing is, like, once I find all that I'm looking for, I don't want to keep hunting. But I think it would make something like the color thing happen, like the color races that Kong and I did. I think it would make them go like crazy fast. So instead of like having a stream to do one race, you could do like 3 or 5. Which could be cool. Y'all excited for Friday? Anyone got plans for the weekend? That reminds me, I need to tell you that I'm going away starting this weekend. So I will be gone for a week. I mentioned a little bit on the Cage Lock stream that I'd be gone the next 2 Tuesdays, but I have a vacation this week, next week, so I will not be streaming at all. I'd recommend those of you who are members, if you want something to watch while you're doing it, go watch Pokemon Christmas. I actually need to take that off the layout because it's done. The last episode went out yesterday. So if you're binge watchers, go binge it. But I would watch it next week instead of the stream if you need something. If you want to just watch it, you can subscribe for a month and be done. That is kind of the perk of the video being released and not being in process, because you could just sit there and watch the whole series if you wanted to. I don't do much with, like, I think I have a couple memberships on YouTube, and I don't really do anything with them. They were gifted to me. I don't buy memberships on YouTube. I don't find the point in it as much. It's like, at least with Twitch and stuff, I'm like getting emotes, I'm getting no ads, which is really helpful when you're, you know, watching content. But for YouTube, it's mostly like priority videos, which suck to do anyway, or membership only stuff, and I don't know. The people I would watch their membership only stuff do not have memberships on YouTube. That's what I should say. I get them for like the big streamers and creators I watch on YouTube, but I don't use them for their intended purposes. But I guess it's nice that somebody else gave them money, right? It's honestly one thing I'd love to be able to build up this year is the YouTube membership stuff, which is why we're doing series like Pokemon Christmas. It's why there will be more member-only stuff coming out to the channel. Unfortunately for me, is I don't do this full time, so it's harder for me to like keep up to date on those kinds of things. I just got the ping that I went live. That's crazy. But I would be doing a lot more. Like, I would have a series, at least I would have something monthly, probably like a weekly upload. If I probably have a consistent weekly or bi-weekly upload. Maybe like a kind of like another series almost. I was thinking about that with Pokemon Christmas. I was gonna do like Wednesday, Saturday or something like that. I think it was Wednesday, Saturday. It was either... No, it wouldn't have been Wednesday, Saturday. It would have been Tuesday, Saturday or something like that. And then I'm like, well, I should just release them every day. And then I'm like, well, I can't do that because I have Mondays and Thursdays, which are the regular content. I don't want to do Saturday because Saturday is the member... Not the member, but the special videos when they come out. Which for once I know what that is going to be. A month ahead of time. And I will be glad to share it if somebody wants to know, but you have to ask. I'm not just going to tell you. To be fair, if I was really smart about what I did content-wise, I would not stream at all. And I would just sit there and pop out a weekly video on, like, that is... I would just pop out the weekly video that I do on Saturday right now. Like, the one that I do monthly now, I would do weekly. Because those are the ones that do better and are better for the channel. Alright, so, like, this is not gonna work. You're in the middle of the freaking field. Like, you're telling me Eevee's gonna spawn here. Where I know you don't spawn Pokemon because you want us to be able to do this little bean thing. So don't even lie to me that there's an Eevee spawn here. This might be one of the hardest places to get an outbreak for you, though. We might be here in a minute. Yeah, but I was talking about the stream time. I've been throwing it around, and I probably have said it before that I don't like the late stream. This is late. Later in the day, it's like evening. I'd rather do an afternoon, but I'm talking about it a little bit more. Like, I get interrupted at least once a month with just work stuff. And I was like, what if I just stopped? What if I just started streaming in the afternoons again? And I took my afternoons and that's what I did. I got it streamed in the afternoon, and then I have my evenings to do whatever. Which I guess would work out. I mean, my evenings kind of become my editing time anyway, but... then I wouldn't have to worry about so much about the streams getting interrupted by something. I guess I still have to worry about it because I do actually do a lot of stuff in the evenings throughout the week. Like, there's things that show up that I have to take care of, and that's usually the time I do it. Or like if I have to run errands or something, like that's when I do it. But I don't know. I know we're saying all that. I mean, Fridays are usually the only nights that don't get interrupted because I have plans after stream. And it would be nice to get off stream, have some time to not be sitting at my computer and then going to that, but there's other times that it's like, yeah. And I could start earlier with them. Not be on at like midnight and stuff. There's just when you do something else full time, there's just not a good set for streaming on top of it. Especially not streaming like the 3 hours I want to stream. Like if I really was doing it, if I could shorten the stream anymore, I think, like I used to say 3 hours was like a minimum for me, and I like that as the minimum goal. But realistically, I'm getting tired at like 2.5. Honestly, right now I'm tired. I've been tired. It's been a long day. Yeah, and I've been tired this whole week. But also part of it's my eyes, so I'm putting on my glasses. But I think like a 2.5 hour stream would be fine. It just, for me, it's like I want to be able to get into what I'm doing, which takes about an hour, and then I want to enjoy it for a little bit. So I definitely would do like a 2 hour. I could go like 2 hour, an hour and a half if it was like a shiny hunting thing. But I don't want to say that's what it is. If I was doing something like, you know, one of my challenge runs or something, I would want more time. So I, again, question how I ever did 6 hour shiny hunting streams when I don't like doing it. Get rid of these hiccups, man. They will not go away. Also, I'd like to just like sit down with some older games and just play through them. But that's a little tough again. It's all time. Like I can't, I'm trying to get into a draft league again when GPA comes around. But I don't know if I'm really gonna have time for that. Just with the amount of time you have to put into it for a few months. It's kind of a lot. But I am excited to do Mario Baseball, though. That'll be coming up probably. I assume February is the Winter Classic. They're going crazy. They're doing crazy stuff, and I get it. Like, so I've been trying to help out with like organizing and stuff. And I'm like, they're like, you can do 10 matches in 2 weeks, and I'm like, that's kind of crazy. Like, people have other things to do in their life than to sit there and play a game that's probably gonna take, you know, an hour or 2 hours. They're like, yeah, you're really just doing 5 head-to-heads, and I'm like, that's also fair. But I know when I did last season, I didn't want to do the back-to-backs matches. I was actively trying to get other people between my match times. But they just assume, because I feel like it's better for content, which I don't think they assumed that anyone was making content off of it, but it was better. I felt like it was better for content when you didn't play the same team back to back. You had something new. But you think about how real baseball is, and it's like, yeah, you would. They kind of play series, and it's just like you play the same team. Rinse, repeat for like a week at a time, which is fine, but I think that's a little different than a video game, you know? I think there's a little bit more skill level involved with one person playing a video game than, what, 9 people playing a baseball game? And you don't have to worry about like the fatigue. Like the player fatigue. I know, but I'm not running it. Like, if I was running it, I would be doing it differently. And, you know, that's what I always... My biggest problem is I never like how someone else does it. I always want to do it my way. But, I know. And I obviously could run a league. I just don't know how to do, like, the back-end stuff to make the formats that we need. Because I would like to do some more, like, wacky stuff where you can have multiple of the same people in. Like it's not just one of every person on the roster. I like to shake it up a little bit. Again, I don't play it as much as I, would to get into like the scene. Well, it's also been pretty quiet. Like I've looked recently to like getting in a match with somebody and like getting in matches with people, and I'm like, there's no one who's trying to get matches. Which I don't know if that means that there's no leagues or anything going on. I'm sure there's not right now. It's probably fair. Well, also, there's like no big event coming up. Like when I started doing it, it was like right around Slice, which was like the net play Superstars stuff. So everybody was playing, and like there was a bunch of new people, and you could easily find a match at any point in time. But a little different when none of that's going on. But I'll be needing to do some matches and stuff when I'll be needing to do more of those, getting some more matches when the classic comes around. I've been playing, I play like every once in a while, like I'll just do a game versus the CPU. And more of it's like batting practice for me than anything. But I've got to the point where it's like, I can have the worst team give the computer a best team and still win pretty easily. And there's also a difference like with how you pitch versus a player, because you can throw balls and they will actually swing at it. I think the CPU is like trained not to hit balls. Which also helps you like learn the strike zone of like a pitcher. You learn where you can place the ball, and it's gonna look like a foul, but it's actually a strike. Dude, we are not getting the EVs anymore. This might not be the place to do it. The other thing is, like, we should look at tight in levels. Scarlet Violet. Let's just see what they are. Cloth is 16. Bombardier's 20, 29. So we're all pretty close right off the bat. And then we have almost a 20 level jump to 45. Sorry, we have a... Yeah, that run is wrong. Because it doesn't even say anything about Great Tusk. Yeah. So it goes from 16 to 20 to 29 to 45 to 57. So we got some jumps in there. Like we're on level about now, but anymore we won't be. Unfortunately, a lot of this is just resetting. And that is boring. I'm trying to have conversation too, which is fun. I don't know what else I can really say about those things. And I know not like all of you are interested in Mario Baseball. I just find it fun because it's a game I played growing up. I actually just completed Super Sluggers on the Wii. And I tell you, I had a difficult time playing it because I don't currently have my Wii, so I get to use other means, and trying to play that game with that's meant for a Wiimote without a Wiimote is kind of crazy. So one thing I don't like about the Wii is it's like, it's not translatable to any other like controller because it's weird. Like a 64 controller is weird, but you can map it to be like a regular system controller, like a modern day controller. A Wiimote, the motion control is not there. Like that motion control, that's such a big feature with the Wii is crazy. I'm like, that was kind of the era though. I talked about it with one of my friends. They were playing a game that's reminded me of the underground section of like BDS, not BDSP, but you know, Diamond Pro Platinum. And I'm like, wow. And then I thought about like, oh, these, you know, Spectrobes was another game that was very similar to that. That used this touchscreen to dig fossils, and I'm like, they really were into these like touch motion things in the 10s. Like they wanted you to be using your touchscreen, using motion controls. I mean, heck, the first time I played through Twilight Princess, it was on the Wii, so it was using motion controls, and it wasn't terrible. I think I definitely prefer that on controller. Like the Wii concept is not something that I would want to go back to. Like I think it's fine for a. It's kind of like a beginner console thing to me. It's like you know how a remote works. You know you have to point at the screen to get it to do what you want. You're clicking buttons for most of it. It's great for party games. That's really it. Beyond that, you're not really getting anywhere with it. Like I thought the Mario parties were good on it. I thought, that's really it. I guess the sports games were good. That's kind of it. Like, I know there's like Rec Room, which I had, which was good on it. I'm trying to think of some other stuff. But it was really hard to have good stuff on that because the limitation of like the system was crazy. And I think they realized that when they made the Wii U, because they're like, here's a gamepad that functions as a controller, but the gamepad was massive. Like the gamepad was like a glorified drawing tablet, and it was bigger than the Switch. So it was a lot harder to hold on to. But I think about like a Switch, I can probably use that one-handed. Not that I'm going to, but you could. But I definitely think that was the precursor. They're like, what if we, instead of making this a controller, made it the console? And that's really where it came from. It's a great concept, honestly. I mean, I can't say I've done a lot of handheld Switch playing. Mostly because I make content with Switch games. So I have to play it docked, but I guess I don't have to play it docked, but it's a lot easier to play it docked than have to worry about a cord flapping around somewhere. I did play pretty much all of ZA on handheld, and it was pretty good. I think it's got potential, but I just, like, if I was a kid, I'd be playing it on handheld a lot more. Because I grew up on handhelds, but now that I'm an adult and, like, I control the TV, I control my, like, the computer, I would be playing it a lot more. And I do play it pretty much exclusively in docked. But I like the idea that you can do both, and I think it works for different kinds of people. The thing I didn't like is the Switch Lite. I think that's stupid. Mostly because the dock part of it is not there. It's basically just becomes the Switch as a handheld console, which feels like it's less powerful to me or less usable. But again, if you're like looking for the console experience, I guess it's fine. Not the console, if you're looking for the handheld experience rather, I guess it's fine. That's kind of just it for me. I don't play it like that. I don't have a lot of Switch games. So that's kind of more my issue than anything. I'm thinking most of my Switch games are stuff you've seen me do on stream. So it's the Zelda games that have come out on Switch. It's the Pokemon games that have come out. It's the 2 Fire Emblem games that I have. The classics like Mario Kart and Smash. I think that's really it though. I don't have any weird, like Octopath is the only like weird game that I have in my collection. I still have to buy Zero. It is on my list to do. But we will see if that becomes the case. I need to buy that in Prime 4. To be fair, I've been like wanting a game to play off stream and stuff. And those would be great ones to do. But I haven't got to buying them yet. I was doing Portal Revolution for a while. I beat that and then I like got back into editing, so I don't really play games now, but the one thing I have been doing is playing Fire Emblem, and I'm playing the one with Lyn in it. It's just called Fire Emblem. I think it was a GBA game. But I got that console and I don't play it often. Honestly, because I didn't know how to save for the longest time. The system kind of just like, you're kind of just handed the system and it's not like intuitive to know how to turn stuff off. Like, oh, it's saved in the game. Let me just press the power button. And it's like, no, you have to back out of the the game you're playing. And then it saves. And I'm like, that's kind of stupid. But I guess it's like the configuration of the system that just makes it hard. Dude, we've been doing this for half an hour. I feel like it's going to be harder to find the Eevee outbreak than it is to find the Eevee at this point. Like a good Eevee outbreak, I should say. We found plenty, but they are not been good. I also wish, like, I didn't care as much about the time I would put into a game. I was like, just got a notification for somebody going live and playing Kirby Air Ride. I'm like, oh, that's a game I could have played. But, like, I don't see myself doing it unless I'm doing it on stream, and, you know, that's... We could do a Kirby Air Ride Nuzlocke, though. Because I think there is a story mode, and it's like, you could have it so, like, you could choose to, like, you could lose your character, or you could lose your machine. I don't know. All I can say is, like, I love City Trial, and that's the only reason I would buy it, and I don't think I could spend nearly as much time as I did as a kid playing it. It was weird because, like, for a while there, I got into, like, watching Air Ride content, which was, like, they would have tournaments between people, and you just play City Trial and try to beat your opponent. I guess that could be fun, but yeah, I don't know. But again, the game is like $70, and I'm like, I'm not gonna play it for that long to get $70 worth of time out of it. Like, honestly, I don't even think I got my money worth out of ZA, really. Like, looking back, I know I will at the end, like, once I've finally put it up for good, I will have gotten my money out of it. It's like, I still have to play it again for best team. I still have to, you know, still have shinies to get in the game, so I'm sure I'll be back for that. But $100 game, like, the DLC is not worth $30. It's great to have, and it should be part of the main game, but it is not worth $30. And I will die on that hill. I would love to make maybe, well, it's kind of too late. If I thought about it earlier, I would have done that as like a follow-up the month after I did the release of Should You Buy Legend ZA. So we've talked about the main game. Let's talk about the DLC. And I'm not sure it really warrants $30. It's kind of like a 10-minute story. Like a 10. I'd give $10 to play the story. That's about it. That's why I'm like, a $70 game with that in it included, I'd be no hesitation to buy it. Did I have hesitation when ZA came out to buy it? No. I would probably have bought it if it was like a $90 game. This watch is getting freaking annoying. I'm taking it off. I'm not used to wearing it. And it just bothers my wrist. So I'm getting there. Eventually I'll be used to it, but not right now. I guess I should also be looking on the Shiny Dex website to see when, if I want to get my use out of ZA, I should look to see when tournaments and stuff show up. Or I could just, you know, take part in the SSL for a little bit. But I have a feeling like that's going to be like a seasonal thing, and it's going to, like, you really have to play for the whole season to get somewhere with it. I'm watching a couple people do it, and it looks good. It's just, I don't shiny hunt that much. Like, if that was around in like 2019, 2020, would have been great. Because I would have been shiny hunting a lot, and I would have been all down for it, but it's a little different now. It's also different when you do like a shiny hunting stream and like you're expecting, I don't know. Back when we were doing Let's Go, it's like you weren't expecting to find multiple shinies a stream, so it was cool when you got a couple. We got 2. Unless you were like on the same chain, then yeah, you would, but Like even Sword and Shield with like Masuda and stuff, like you weren't expecting multiple shinies. It was cool when you got them. But now with like Scarlet Violet Legends, both the Legends games, like I'm shiny hunting today. I'm gonna get at least one. I'm probably gonna get at least 2 or 3. It's a lot different. Say the one thing I'm really looking forward to is to see what the next step is for Pokemon. I imagine it's time for them to do something cool with Gen 10. Because to me and to a lot of people, I think it's a common perception that like the Switch era games, even the Switch 2 games, are hyper experimental. Like we're trying different mechanics, we're trying adding different things, including different things. You know, Dynamax Adventures, we added Dynamax, we brought back Megas, we tried an open world format. We tried outsourcing remakes. And I think like we're frustrated with them because they are trying things and not just taking a direction. I mean, I knew they were doing that with like they had to be doing that with Generation 3 and 4 too. They're like, okay, well, what happens if we remake the game we've already made? Oh, it sells. Okay. What happens if we do a third version? Oh, it sells. What if we do a lot of spin-offs? Because Gen 3, there's so many spin-offs. You get Mystery Dungeon, you get XD Coliseum, you get Pokemon Channel. Like, they'd done those things before with, like, the N64, but... And then the Wii and the DS came out and they're like, Ranger and Battle Revolution and Pika Park, or Poke Park, I guess. But then they kind of like settled it and they're like, all right, we're rebranding it. Then they made a choice. Like Gen 5, they made a choice. They're like, we're soft resetting the series. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that happens again. Like if that's a 5-year thing or a 5-generation thing. I'd welcome it, really. I would love to see them do something new. Switch 2, Pokemon, great quality, great graphics, new direction, completely new region, new Pokemon. A whole lot of it. I think they definitely could. Considering they've probably been working on that game since... Probably since Scarlet and Violet came out, honestly. I can imagine they've been working on it before the games were even announced. That, like, these are things we're saving until the next generation. I bet that it is this year. I bet it does come out this year. And I bet it's Rush. I bet it's Rush, and it's not going to be as good as it could be. Like, I know it's your 30th anniversary, but you're going to do a Sonic 06 where you're going to be trying to rush to get an anniversary date. And it's just going to be a bad game. And people are going to be like, wow, this is terrible. Like, I'll be honest, that's the first, like, Sonic game that I skipped on playing. Not because I heard it was bad, but because I didn't have it. I think it was like more of a console thing. I did eventually buy it, and I want to go play Project 06 actually. I'd love to replay it again. I think I would if I did it again. If I want to do a playthrough of it, I'd play that. It definitely was an IC idea in the back of my mind for a while to do that series. Again, if you guys want to see me play through a game, you just gotta let me know. It will probably become members only content somewhere. I'm wondering about like doing okay, with the Kingdom Hearts in that style, but I'm not sure how YouTube would feel about me putting that behind a paywall. So I'm not entirely sure about it, but it could be a potential. I know I have a lot of big plans, and I wish like I could do it. I wish I could focus on this more and do that for you guys. I just miss having the time that I was like, yeah. Like the summers where I wasn't working, or I was barely working. I didn't have school and I was working my part-time job, yeah. That was nice. I had so much time to plan stuff. And you got so much content in that period of time too. Definitely the golden age. Never to be replicated unless I do it full time. I've also had the idea of like, you know, maybe I could get out of the streaming stuff and just do editing, because I found like with the series I've done, particularly the one with Spence, the one with the Cage Lock that's going on right now, like I really enjoy the editing. And I would honestly just enjoy being paid more than I make doing my own content to help somebody else with theirs. It's not like editors never appear and stuff. But I think that would honestly benefit the editing too. Because I'd be like, alright, I gotta make it extra special because I don't show up anywhere else. And this is kind of my thing to do. I know I'd miss doing content, but I would still be able to like play games on my own and stuff. I probably would still do my own, like, I probably would do that and then do the, the Saturday videos on the channel. Like, I upload once a month, no streams. And then get a backdoor pay from someone else's channel. But again, like, to get to that level of, because I've thought about it, I've spent so much time editing and stuff, like, to really get to that enterprise level, you have to make a lot. Like, I'm talking almost viral videos, every, like, thousands of viewers every video. I'm talking hundreds, thousands of channel members and stuff. Like I think minimum I'd have to be at 1,000 subscribers to even begin to think about hiring someone to do something for me, content wise. But I'm like, that is probably never going to happen. I barely have 1,000 followers or subscribers on YouTube. That there's no way that that could be. I guess, I mean, if everybody subscribed, you know, then yes, but beyond that, nah. I'm trying to think like how much 1,000 would be. Because I think subs are actually more, or $5.99, right? Not. Let me see. I can open my other Twitch. Subs are $5.99. So you're making, so that's $6. You make half of that, so you're making 3. So $3 a sub, 1,000 subs, that'd be $3,000. And you're thinking about the videos. I'm easily thinking 12 hours at like a $20 an hour rate. $240. So you're losing, that's about, it's over a fifth. Am I right with that? I'm thinking, hold on. I've said too many numbers and my brain's getting confused. So if you make $3 per every sub, you get 1,000 subs, you make $3,000. So you'd get about, it's about 10% of your gross would go into having someone. I think that's manageable. But that would mean, hold on. That's a monthly income though. And that $240, let's just call it $250 to call it even. That's a week. So you're looking at $1,000 to someone a month. So you're looking at a third of your income at that point. Being having someone do your graphics, your editing, your all that stuff, which is fine if you have another way to get income, but if you're like 3,000 is all you got per month, that's kind of like, that's not even, you wouldn't even have enough to like have a house, have a car payment, have the ability to make the content in the first place. So I mean, I think at that point, I would consider it, though. I definitely would consider on, like, big projects. Like, if it's Let's Play editing, or, like, Nuzlocke editing, where it's like, I need you to change the background, I'm gonna do that myself, because it takes, like, no time. But if it's like these deep videos that take hours and hours to make, you know, you're asking a lot right there. Why can we not find an Eevee? We've been at this for an hour. This is crazy. How do I know it's been an hour? Because the time is an hour earlier. It did not like that I've skipped it twice. Although if we get to 9 o'clock and I haven't found it, I'm just gonna be done. I'm just gonna be done. That's the other thing. I don't really, let's talk about stream times. I don't really like to be on stream after 8 o'clock. I don't. I'm really trying to think of like the way to make it work better. 'Cause I want it to work for you guys too. And I'm aware, like, when people start showing up, I always tend to see the people coming in at earliest, you know, at 5, 6. So I can't really go much earlier than that and expect to find new people. I know, I feel like you get your audience based on like what time you stream too. Like if I'm streaming at 6:30 and your favorite streamers also starts at 6:30 and goes till 9:30, are you ever gonna see my content? No. One of the great things about the raid feature is that, but it also then becomes, you know, unless that person's gonna raid you every time they stream, then you're never going to get those people to come to you. Unless they like you more, which, you know, I've seen some people do that. Honestly, I think that's how I've met most of the people that I've collaborated with, is like they were watching somebody and they rated me, or they rated somebody I was streaming with, and they're like, oh, I like this idea, I'm gonna stick around this guy. Or like you join because you're on my stream team. Like that's another factor. I'm looking at you and you know who I'm talking to, so I know you're listening. But yeah, I've said it a lot before. Like we all have like our 5 favorite streamers, and that's who we watch. I think about it, I go, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like, yeah, there's 6 channels actually. But I would say I would watch their videos when they came out. And the sad part is 2 of them don't upload anymore. It's fine because it saves me a little bit of time. Like I used to watch the IC stuff. Every single video I watched for the longest time. Now I'll be honest, there were series and there were games that I didn't enjoy watching, so I didn't watch them, but for the most part I watched everything that came out on that channel. And now it's gone. And we uploaded every day, which is crazy to think about. I can't imagine us keeping that system. Even if all of us were still making content, I wouldn't imagine we would have ever kept that system. It's just so much. I mean, I'm trying to figure out how to keep the Saturday videos coming out for you guys. And I also need to work a little bit more on... I really need to get the first round of Cage Lock videos uploaded. Like, fully done and uploaded. Because I'm running out of time. I got less than a month before Soul Link ends. So I need to get on that. I mean, I'm up to date. I think I'm 2 streams behind, so we've done 8 streams total. I just started editing 7 today. But I'll be able to catch up with that pretty easily because we'll be off for 2 weeks. And I'm only going to be away from one of them, so I'll be able to still do editing that week. But I need to get the intro stuff done and all that for every single episode, so that'll be fun. And I don't have any like good ideas for them either. So I guess we'll figure it out. I'll tell you something I've seen a lot of recently that I want to get on is I've talked about it before. I want to do more Super Mario Sunburn, which is a remaster of Sunshine with more levels and more continuity, and just it runs better. And but I have to play all of Sunshine again. I'm like, ugh. I've done that twice, I think, on the channel. Yeah, I have done it twice on the channel. Because I did the original playthrough for IC, where I play 100% of the game. And then I did the challenge run where I did it damageless 100%. Like, do you really want to watch me play 100% that part of the game again one time? And then go to these extra levels? I don't know. Maybe I could just 100% the base game and then be like, alright, here's all the extra content. But I do miss the ground where YouTube was my creative. Where I'm not YouTube, but Twitch was like my creative back for stuff. Like, I'd use it to make content. I guess I still do that with Gage Lock, but still. It was nice to have, like, I remember when we did like we did Mario Party 4, and I was like, I'm playing through the game, the story of the game, just so we can unlock everything for another project that never happened. Like, it was fun to do that. And now I'm like, I need to do that off screen so I can do the real stuff on screen. Which is funny to me. I mean, I've kind of figured out that what I used to do doesn't work anymore. To be fair, like, the Nuzlocke and the Let's Play stuff never went well. If they don't do well, it's nice to have them uploaded, but that's kind of why I'm gone. Maybe there's something better to be spending my time on if I just did those special videos on the weekends and just didn't worry about the Let's Play stuff. The problem is, like, and why I like the challenge runs. Like, the challenge run videos are all, like, I make the video out of the stream, so that's cool. I like that. But I also go, this will not be a video. Like, this challenge will not be a video. I don't have the beginning footage. I mean, I'm sure I do, but I'm not gonna go hunting that down to make a video. To be like, this isn't like a really cool challenge idea. It's not like a deathless run or a limitation run. It's kind of like, hey, I'm gonna shiny hunt and then beat the game with the Pokemon that I got. Which could be its own like long supercutted video, but yeah. If you guys want to see it that bad, let me know. It'd be a glorified Shining reaction video. To be fair. Well, if we find the Eevee, we need to... I'll fix the date on the Switch. So we don't lose the outbreak. If not, I'm just gonna be upset. Like, this is crazy. Like, the 2 outbreaks we had, both in terrible spots, like, don't work. And then I haven't found another one for an hour. That's kind of crazy. This is the challenge of Eevee in and of itself. Honestly, if we really wanted to, we could wait till later. Do Cascarafa. We honestly just go fight the Titan now. Go fight Cloth. Get our Pinchurchin, and then go do Bombardier, and then go do Eevee. But I really like to have all of them from the start. Considering we only have 3, and there's only 5 Titans to fight, so... Shoot. It's not gonna matter, it's gonna need to be redone anyway. Yeah, but I don't really know what else to really get in depth with. I just have a lot of content ideas. That's, I think, the moral of everything I'm trying to say right now. I'd love to do them all, but dang it. It's just, there's not enough time, there's not enough resources. Like, I'm just one guy with... How many times I'm gonna reset the date and time? I'm slipping, bro. I don't know, man. And sad part is, like, I have to sit here in menu, so I can't even do something else while I'm doing this. I just have to sit here and do it. Need another person to come do this while I'm playing another game or something. Anyone excited about sports right now? I think we're coming up to the Super Bowl, and I guess the college football playoffs are happening too. I have not been involved with that for a while, but I do have tabs on, like, what's going on. with like the controversies and stuff about it. And I remember the time when I was into sports like that. Not anymore, man. I don't have time for it. I do miss it because that's like when I played a lot of video games. I was like, my Saturday would consist of waking up, getting what I need to get done in the morning, and then afternoon, evening, I would sit there, play it through Pokemon game most of the time while the sports were happening. It was usually Pokemon because I wanted to be able to like take my attention away from the game and not be missing anything. Miss those days. I think that's why a lot of people like that shiny hunt in stream backgrounds, because as long as you're not having to be focused on what you're doing to maintain the hunt, like encounters or Masuda is really good for that. You can kind of just sit there and be like, yeah, let's focus on what's going on the screen. You know, if it's not a conversation you like, you peace out, focus on what you're doing, and then you come back in a little bit later. It is still wild to me that we have beaten the gym challenge, have level 60 Pokemon, and here I am going back to fight the level like 16 Cloth. It's crazy to me. Definitely not how the game is meant to be played, by far. But I think they learn with like Scarlet and Violet. I hope they learn with Scarlet and Violet that we do like open world. However, we want an open world game that scales with us. Because there's still a correct way to do the gyms in this game. What's funny is I saw, like, when we first got this, there was a lot to be said about doing, people like, oh, we could do, like, little, like, point race things, and, you know, if you beat a higher level gym, you get more points, especially if you're under-leveled. And the thing is, nobody ever did it. To be fair, I don't think anyone wants to sit down and try to do that. But you could do like your own little lockout with the run. You know, there's 18 points. You know, first to 9, first to 10, I guess would be right. First to 10 wins. You have to try to lock your opponent out of completing the Titan or completing the Team Star or the gym, like whatever it is. You could do that. And like, even if you get blocked somewhere, like, you still can easily jump to the next thing and be fine. That's like, what's your routing, you know? Because what route are you gonna take? Like, honestly, I feel like you want to take the left side. Because the jump from Brashus and Cloth to Mela is kind of high. On the left side, you take on Katie, you take on Giacomo, you can take on the Titan. If you want to flip over to the other side of that point, you can, but really you could just go to Kofu and Larry and be fine. But also, like, depend on, like, what you got to start with. Like, do you get the same Pokemon? You pick one of the starters. You start from the beginning. Like, like, maybe you don't want to run a certain path. Maybe you do what I did and just fight the gyms. But honestly, the tech at that point becomes who gets the Titans first, because the Titans have the speed and the maneuverability boosts. Like, imagine you're trying to get to Tulip and, like, you have to run through the cave while the other guy can just climb the mountain. It's like they're gonna reach the top first. Or like you're racing to the same point and somebody has the speed boost on the ride on. I guess that would have to be the rule too, is like you have to save. You have to put a hard save down before you do any major thing. And if you lose at that, if like the other person beats you to it, you have to reset and you don't get that. Good way to block out the movement stuff. I like that idea. It's pretty cool. You'd have to find somebody to do a playthrough with, though, with it. And the winner, I guess the winner becomes who gets, yeah, the winner is the person who gets the most points. Like, you need 10 to win, you get 10, you're done. It's like, how do you finish that? I'm like, do you have to beat the league? And I'm like, you can't beat the league if you don't have 8 gym badges, so. That would be what happens. Somebody goes fights Katie, somebody goes and fights Brashus, and then you're both locked out of one of the 8 gyms you need. It's like, that's the game, because neither of us can win now. It'd be a fun playthrough. It'd also make you think about, like, what do you want to do to get TMs? What do you want to do to get Pokemon encounters? What are you going to use? Honestly, this game would be a great one for, like, a Shiny Race playthrough. Which I've wanted to do for a while. Just as you can tell, I'm not having luck catching stuff. So, or I'm not having luck finding what I'm looking for. So we've been at this Eevee for an hour. And we've gotten nowhere. I've literally just been sitting here talking for an hour. That feels so bad. I feel like I've wasted so much time. Yeah, I probably could have found it if I just, you know, walked around. Actually, no, I wouldn't have. Eevee's so hard to come across. Yeah, I do think we're gonna go. I'll have to look at when we get Pincurchin access. But I think the idea will be to do this method one more time. Get the Pincurchin via Outbreak. And then when we go for the next one, we can use the Urbas to hunt them. Because we should have all our ingredients by that point. We'll have all 5 Herba Mystica. We will have, so we can do 2 sandwiches. And we can buy any ingredients in the game already, so we're good. So that'll make the last 2 hunts pretty easy. Consider we started with Masuda for this. Like, when the game came out. It's been a long time. This challenge has been a long time coming. We did the first half of the league encounters. Well, we did 2 league encounters. We did 1 without an outbreak. we did an outbreak. We did an outbreak in a sandwich. We reset to find them. We did 2 more outbreaks. It'll be nice to finish off with 2 Ubers after all these outbreak hunts. It's another reason why I would love to do a shiny race in Oras or in X and Y, because the horde encounter would be a great way to shiny hunt, especially if they're like all random to something else. You never know what you would get. Dude, I swear there's just not Eevee here. You're making me look bad. It's gonna take the time to... It's gonna take the time to knock out 60 for the messages to even get caught up to where we are now. It's kind of crazy. No. Anyone playing anything cool right now? I did talk about that a little bit. I'll say it again. I am playing Fire Emblem, the Game Boy edition with Lynn. I'm not a super big fan of it as much. Like, I really like what they did with Three Houses and to an extent Emblems. Nope. Awaken. Nope. What was the one that just came out? Fire Emblem Engage. I feel like I'm looking through my games over there to try to see what it is. I like the idea that you can like respec characters and like there's dialogue options with them and they don't all have to be the same every playthrough. And with this one that I'm playing, it's kind of like, hey, you beat you complete a chapter. And then it's like, all right, here's a little bit of story about what you're doing, where you're going. And then you go to another area and you're in another encounter already. So you don't even get to like set up your board or anything, you just play. It's like, this is kind of scummy to me. But it does feel like a lot easier than the ones I've played so far. I'm also laughing because the promotion for the Nintendo Switch Plus thing, the Nintendo Online, Switch Online Plus or whatever it's called, is the Fire Emblem being released on GameCube, on the GameCube emulator for it. I'm like, that's funny, because nobody besides me would really want to do that. I wondered why, like, I never would have known about Fire Emblem if it hadn't been for Smash. I think that's the same with, like, a lot of characters. Like, I didn't grow up with the Game & Watch. I didn't know what the Game & Watch was. Nessa wouldn't have known of. Any of the Earthbound Mother characters, no. I'm trying to think what else is in there. Maybe that's a bad example. Maybe I did know a lot of them. Dang. It's like I would know Kirby, I would know Zelda, I would know Sonic, I would know Mario. Which I feel like it's just a lot of the characters. I knew the Pokemon stuff. I'm trying to think what else is in there. I definitely did not know Street Fighter. None of those characters. Didn't know Kasuga. I did know Cloud, so I can't say anything about Final Fantasy. I would have known Final Fantasy. Not Dragon Quest or whatever game Pyro and Mythra are from. I knew Steve. Min Min definitely not. I wouldn't have known Mega Man. I knew Pac-Man. Captain Falcon. No idea. Would not have had information about him at all. Like, I knew of F-Zero, but I didn't know any of the characters. I just thought it was a racing game. I can't think of anyone else really. Maybe it is a bad example. I'm just gonna look here. I knew Animal Crossing. Ice Climbers, that's a good one that I wouldn't have known. Pit, no. Any of those characters? I don't even know what that game is called that they're from. And it's not coming to me either. No, I've heard the title, I just can't think of what it's called. I mean, honestly, it's a lot of Mario characters, so it's pretty easy to get. I'm honestly surprised they haven't done like more with like the heavy characters in the game. Or like what we would consider like power characters with the game. Like, it's just Bowser. Like, there's no... I'm trying to think of a good one here. There's no like King Boo or Petey as a playable character, but I guess you got Piranha Plant. Like, there's no... I wouldn't have put Pianta in the game, that's for sure. I guess you technically get K. Rool. And again, Donkey Kong is a Mario piece. Or I guess Mario is a Donkey Kong piece. Oh. I guess the size thing too. They don't want to put like all the big bosses in because they're like comically huge. I guess Smash can really be broken down to is a Mario character, is from Kirby, is from Zelda, is from Pokemon, is from Fire Emblem, and then a bunch of random other games that have like one or two people from. Shulk is one I never would have known of either. I just don't even know what he's from. Is it Xenoblade? It's Xenoblade, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, all the major franchises I would have known, besides Fire Emblem. In Smash. I'm honestly surprised they haven't put like a Toad in the game. I know the downbeat, Peach and Daisy's downbeat, but like... I'm talking like a playable character. Dude, I feel like this isn't rolling. I might have just like full... like maxed out the system. It's like, stop trying to update. There, we don't have any more data space to update. That's the other thing I wish about, like the little notifications that show up on the side of this game, like you knocked out a Pokemon. I wish when they had like a like more than 10, they'd be like, things happened. Press the minus button to see more or something like that. Like it could have a log feature where you could see all the stuff. You wouldn't have to worry about all the things that happened. But they didn't expect, I guess, people to play the game like this. Well, I did say we get to 9, I'd be done. We do like 5 more and then I'll call it if we get nowhere. It's kind of crazy that it has been this long and we have not seen another Eevee outbreak. If we do find an Eevee outbreak, I'll do it for a little bit. And honestly, this would be such a great place to get it because the reset into Cortando is just so free. But I think we're having issues because it's a rare Pokemon. It's really not supposed to be in an outbreak. I said 5, I haven't been counting. I think that's 3. We'll do 2 more. We'll see. You know what I've never done? I haven't done Mouse Hold yet in this game. Give me 1 more and we'll see. At least I'm on the right date. Might not be at the right time, but I'm on the right date. Alright. No Eevee. But I'm gonna let these things play through for a bit. Yay, we made it. Go. Oh, it resets. I forgot it does that. Yay, goal. Like, if we got the Eevee right here, it'd be so cool. You just come out, you look. You come back this way, you hop into town, it's done. All of them go, and then you pop right back out. It's like bing, 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 bing. Eevee, Eevee, Eevee. You're done. Yeah, so that we were getting the outbreak Eevees right here. There were 2 of them. And now that I see like where we're at, I wish we just stayed on that. Because we could have actually been doing it. I didn't want to encounter you. It wasn't even close to you, dude. Jeez. There are so many notifications. And I could close the game, but then I lose my sandwich. Maybe we find the Eevee, close the game, and then go from there. That might be the better option. So, but yeah, that's going to do it for us today. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. Make sure you follow the channel and all the fun stuff. Let me grab my socials for you, and let me grab our raid message. We'll go say hi to somebody. Today, see who's live, who's on, what people are into. I don't even know who this is. For you think it's just so wrong. The Kirby Air Riders, Animal Crossing. We have some Scarlet Violet. It's actually ZA. Some other stuff. I found a good one. We'll send you over here. Good friend of mine that I'd like to support whenever I can. So grab the raid message, follow them when we get there. We're doing some shiny hunting. I'm not entirely sure what this is for, but wish them luck and help them out. We'll be back tomorrow, barring something extraneous happening that keeps me from being here. Sorry, I picked up my phone in a really bad way. I'm just checking my calendario. Yeah, we are here tomorrow, so we will be here tomorrow. So expect to see us tomorrow. We'll actually get the Eevee. So, but otherwise, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the stream. Again, if you haven't already, follow so you get to see more. We'll be doing a new challenge once we finally get our last 4 shinies and complete this game, which includes us doing the Area Zero fight. And we'll figure out the team for that. I'll let you guys help decide that as we go forward. But we're going to join my friend Terrell, tell him I call him that, and enjoy his content. He's a great friend of mine, been a member of the community for quite some time now, and I'm really glad that I got to know him through the team. He's smiling like a crazy person because he's listening to me, so let's go and join before I say anything else that makes him laugh or chuckle or smile. Bye. Stay safe and burn it up.